welcome back to our channel. Guess what? We got a backdrop. How cool does this look? Oh, I'm so excited. I've got like a few colors too, so stay tuned to see what other colors we got. Today I thought I would film a video because I've got a new backdrop and I just really felt like filming a new video. I'm back from European summer. I'm now here in Sydney winter and I'm like weirdly loving it. It's not cold at all. It's like really nice and fresh and it's giving me a bit of inspiration with like different makeup looks and different outfits, just because I feel like you can do a lot more when you're not super hot and sweaty. You can, you know, have a bit more fun with a bold lip and with some glamorous looks. So this is my warm winter glam. If you guys want to see how I did this full glam, just carry on watching. Okay, so I'm kicking things off with freshly washed hair and fresh face, so I'm gonna start with some primer. And I'm using my trusty Armani Maestro foundation again. Now, because it's winter, I've actually gone a color lighter. So this one is 5.5. Oh. Now to contour today, I'm going to use this iconic contouring set. It's like a cream. Look at all those different colors there. And I'm just going to pick up this color here. Now that's the middle one and it's not too dark. I'm just going to dab that gently all the way around my forehead and then into the hollows of my cheeks. Because it's winter here right now, I'm a bit paler, so I don't want to go too dark with my contouring. I really just want that kind of nice bronzed glow so that I still look like warm and golden, but it's not going to be too tanned. And see, with this Kabuki brush here, you can pretty much blend it out already. So you just gently dab the product in and it comes out really smooth. Now I'm going to just chisel out that part of the jaw there. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the highlighter. Now I'm using this color here, which is just like my kind of the lighter version of my skin color. And just carve out that triangle there underneath the eye. Now see how I'm putting that a little bit up the nose as well? That's just because I prefer my nose contour to actually be a little bit thinner than the bridge of my nose. It just makes it look like a bit thinner and daintier. And I also want to really mattify my eyes for this look. So I'm going to put that cream concealer onto the eyelids as well, just so I don't have any of those veins popping through or anything. Now, with the wet beauty blender, I'm just going to blend all that out. Now, as soon as that's all blended out, without causing too many wrinkles on my face, and still actually talk to you guys, I am going to... I made a wrinkle. The trick is not to smile. I just want to dab translucent powder on that. If you put the translucent powder over the top of creased makeup, it will set exactly like that. So you need to make sure that you're quite quick with it and that you don't crease any of the cream contour. See how the tops of my eyelids have got those creases on there now? That is exactly what I don't want. So I'm just going to smooth that out again with this wet beauty blender and go straight in with the setting powder. And doing this on your eyelids actually prevents eyeshadow from creasing. So you know how sometimes like through the night, if you've been out and you're chit-chatting and everything, after a while where your creases on your eyes is actually creased your eyeshadow, if you set it like this beforehand, literally beforehand, it will not do that. If I'm doing like a nice glam look, then I'll actually set my eyelids. Right now, I look crazy. So right now, while that's setting, I like to get started on the eyebrows. So I'll just give them a little brush. And then I'm going to be using this Hailey Baldwin brow pencil. So this is the brunette one, the dark one. And it is amazing. Then I use the other side, which is like a setting gel. And I just brush through that to make it look nice and messy and bushy. so to remove the translucent powder from my eyes, I'm actually going to use my powder foundation. So I'm just going to take a bit of that and gently brush off all the translucent powder, and it'll just leave a really beautiful matte sheen skin color. Now for this look, I really want the inner corners of my eyes to be like bright and open. So I'm going to use this huge palette here. This is the NYX Beauty School Dropout palette. And there's a color here, let me just show you, that's really nice and bright. And I'm just gonna pick that up and pop it to the inner corners of my eye and just brush it out from there. So you've got the most concentrated part right in the center. Now from the same palette here, I'm just going to take this rich brown colour here and bring that from the outer corner in. So I'm blending that out under the brow a little bit because I'd like this to be my transition shade. Okay, so now that I've got that nice shade on there, I'm going to take a thin angular brush like this and pick up a darker colour. I want this cut crease to be really subtle rather than an intense look. So while I'm doing it, I'm actually blending it a little bit. And then with that same purple colour, I'm actually going to draw from my eye all the way up, kind of leaning towards my eyebrow. So I'm drawing like a little triangle here. So now I'm going to get my buffing blending brush and take that same purple colour and draw it onto my eyelid a little bit. Okay, so now the shadow is done on my lids, and I'm going to take that same lighter colour and bring that down under my lash line. Brilliant thing about leaving your translucent powder on here to set is that it catches all the fallout from your eyes. That's why I do my eyes while I've still got this on, and then when I brush it off, everything's pretty good. And now with this thinner, pointier end of the brush, I'm going to show you guys this massive palette. That darker colour there again that I cut my crease with, and just pop that into the outer corner of my eyes, right where the lash line is. Okay, and now is a fantastic time to take off the translucent powder. So I'm just going to get my huge buffing brush and my foundation. And now I look way too pale, so I'm going to go in with my Smashbox. This is like a contour palette, but I love this colour here. This center colour is like the perfect bronzing colour in my opinion. So I'm just going to go over that darker contour with this and treat it like a bit of a bronzer. And bronzer is pretty much my best friend in winter. So just go bananas. Now a weird thing I like to do is get a bit of the bronzer and tap out the eyeshadow with it. Just where my brow line is, like under the brow. I just feel like it can tie the look in together if your eyebrows, or right under your eyebrows, actually looks like the same colour skin as the rest of your face. Okay, now I did mention that I want the inners of my eye looking really bright and alert, so I'm going to go back in with this white colour here, and I'm just going to dab in there. Then what I'm going to do, here's a handy little trick if you want to open up your eyes, white eyeliner. So, the bottom waterline, I'm going to line with white. Blink it out a little. And on my lids, I'm going to do a strong black line that is kind of going to graduate thicker. So it's not a complete cat eye or anything like that, but I'll show you what I mean. From here, I'm actually going to draw a little bit of extra length for my eye, and then fan up, and then from here, it's almost like a thick triangle, and then connect with my eye there. So you can see starting with that initial triangle on the corner there, now I'm actually using the top of it to be a flick. So if you're the sort of person that sometimes feels like a wing eyeliner doesn't really suit you, try this method, because I feel like this suits my eye shape a lot more than like kind of one of those curvy liners. It really just has to get gradually thicker and thicker and then be a bit of a triangular flick out. So now I'm going to try and replicate that on the other eye. What do you think? I feel like that's pretty good. Try that method of eyeliner. I just find it so much easier to draw and then build and do it really slowly and gradually rather than trying to get like one perfect line in one go, which is like near on impossible. And if you do one, you definitely can't do another one. So this for me is like just an easier way to do it. So I'm going to finish the eyes off with a little slick of mascara. And now I'm going to go in with quite a bold looking lip. This is the colour Plum It Up, so it's going to be quite dark. And if you've ever watched any of my tutorials before, you might know that I like to actually get my lip liner to make me have a permanent smile on my face. So I do a little flick up here. Just real tiny. And now I don't want the lip to be too dark towards the center. I want it to have a little bit of an ombre effect. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of this cream highlight. And just tap that onto the center of my lips. And then I'm going to go in with my lipstick. And to brighten that up a tiny bit more towards the center of my lip, I'm actually using a light orange lipstick. And see how that creates kind of like an ombre effect. Now I'm just going to do one little highlight. I love this liquid highlighter, it is crazy. So I'm just going to draw like a line down my nose. That is the makeup done. Now, I'm not finished yet because I've got to do my hair. Might be nice to do my long, luxy hair extensions. So, to kickstart it, I'm just going to throw a couple of curls into my hair because I already pre-curled my extensions because I am a time saver. Okay, so for today's look, I'm using a 30mm curling iron. Now, this is going to create those big bombshell loose curls. So, I don't even know if my short hair really fits around it actually, but we will see. Now it's a super great idea to pre-curl your extensions. It's like something that you can do while you're just watching YouTube or Netflix the night before, and you just put them on a coat hanger, like one with the two clips that you can, you know, hold pants up with, and hang them on there and then curl them, and then when you actually need to go out, do it way quicker. Okay, so that absolutely doesn't have to be perfectly curled at all. I really just want to make them all kinked and curled so that they blend in with the curled extensions rather than having like weird straight bits of hair poking through. So to clip my extensions in, I'm going to clip all of this bottom piece of hair back. And this is going to make like a bit of a surface to clip the first extension into. I'm going to spritz that with a bit of hairspray. So with my current hair colour, the extensions I use are Luxies, and I also blend two different sets together. One set that is ombre blonde and one that's ombre chestnut. And this one's too light for my hair, this one's too dark for my hair. But together, they're perfect. Put the dark underneath and then just keep layering the light colour on top of it. Here we go, got the light one straight on top of that. I'm not even going to release any more hair. Just literally every time I place a dark one, I pop in with the ombre blonde as well. Now I've got more hair. That's a good look. Just long at the back. So every time I release a bit more hair, I tease the roots to create a nice amount of grip. And now I'm getting the two sets of 3 clips, and I'm going to make this wrap the entire way around my head. Once I've got them all clipped in, what I like to do is just grab the top layer and mix it with the hair extensions. So my hair and the hair extensions mix together, and do one cohesive curl so that it blends really seamlessly. And I am done. That is my final warm winter glam. So I've obviously got a really deep burgundy lip. I've got a pretty strong highlight going on the nose just to make me still look like I'm a bit sun-kissed and not completely dead from winter. And then I've gone with a much stronger kind of liner than I normally do. And for some reason, I don't know why, but in winter I always feel like getting a little bit more glamorous than in summer. Like in summer I'm much more of like a beachy, short, singlet, that kind of person, and in winter I get really excited about different outfits and different makeup looks, so I feel like you can like play around a lot more with really bold colours when it's a little bit cooler outside as well. Otherwise, here in Australia, you pretty much just sweat it off. So I hope you guys like this look. If you have any ideas for other looks that you'd like me to try and create, I would love to get some ideas from you. I'm having so much fun doing these, so stay tuned for the next one. See you later, guys.